Hello mates, my name is Risk and welcome to Kikan no Kanata, or in the English version, The Will of a Single Tale. This is a visual novel game based on the SCP universe, and in this universe there is an SCP containment breach that goes out, and not only the SCP Foundation is involved, and yeah, it's just the story goes from there. And I'm really interested to check this out because this is the first time I see the SCP ever involved in a visual novel. And I've seen some of the screenshots and they look interesting. So I really wanted to check this one out. So yeah, it's just weird to think of this as a visual novel game, you know? By the way, the game was made by Stoner Tamahito. That's his name. I might skip some of the intro section because some of it is just literally stuff. Like, not really related to anything. So yeah, as you can see, Stoner Tamahito. Well, that's not ominous at all. Do you believe the actuality now? Yeah, I skipped some of the intersection. It was just literally like footage about, you know, the military. So, don't want to be demonetized for that. It wasn't, it was just like ramblings and footage. So, you didn't miss a lot. Hey, are you okay? By the way, before we actually start reading stuff, the game is translated using a machine, not a human. So, it's not gonna be very consistent. So, just letting you guys know that just before we go in, because the game is originally in Japanese. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm still alive. So what happened? Report in. Everybody was killed. The staff, the MTF, and Class D. Oh no. Why is this happening? Slowly, as you can see, the text starts fading away. So when I saw that happen, I already, you know, talked with the developer to fix this issue, and it seems to be fixed, but now it seems to be back, so I was about to delete the video. But then I noticed that if I minimize the window, the text comes back. So you guys will zoom in on the screen. I'll just play on a minimize window. The things I do for you guys. I'm just kidding, I don't mind playing on a small window. Everyone was killed. The staff, the MTF, and Class Ds. Oh no. You mean... Yeah. There was a containment breach. Observation target 41A. Alright. That's what happened. Yeah, I understand. The clinic. The council, not clinic. They activated Contingency Plan 67. It was impossible for us to contain the situation. Project MA-13. We issued a plan in accordance to Protocol 271. Chaos will consume our country because of this. There is no way to stop it any longer. Urgently requesting reinforcements from the headquarters. I repeat, urgently requesting reinforcement from the headquarters. This is the Foundation Japan branch. What just happened? I know they also have some nukes, but I don't think they fired any just now. Do you remember? Happy memories from when we were young. You were young. Memories of an innocent childhood. beautiful and richly colored, carved into your brain. You probably remember them. Every living person clings to that nostalgia. Every person clings to those memories. But I don't have any those memories. I have no memories of them. I had fun. Of when I had fun. No, it may be wrong to decide that. Maybe it was fun when I was a child. Maybe it wasn't. At the age of 7, I was in an accident. Apparently it was a traffic accident. I have no memory of the accident. When I woke up, I was laying somewhere in bed. There was a person who I called to me a doctor. The doctor told me that I had been in an accident. I was in a car with my parents and we collided with an oncoming vehicle. He told me that my parents had died. I don't know the faces of my parents. I don't remember anything. I grew up without knowing my parents' faces. Maybe I could remember something if I looked at family photos, but that's impossible. Maybe it will be forever. Because ever since the day of that accident, I am blind. Oh well, just throw that idea out of the window. Chapter 0. Jericho. By the way, I'm sorry for, having a bit of trouble reading. I have ADD, and there is a lot of stuff moving in the background when I read. There is like no bubble text for this. It's just like, stuff written. Is this Jericho? Jesus, this is literally an anime. Kanata, what are you thinking? Someone speaks to me. Only a little surprised, I turned my face to the direction in which the voice was heard. Kanata's childhood friend, Tsukiya Hikari. Hikari-chan! No, I wasn't thinking. Really? When you face your face in the direction of the sun, it's a habit of thinking sometimes. I know it. When she says so, she laughs happily. Her name is Tsukiya Hikari. In my childhood friend, I'm the best, or she's the best, and my dearest friend. What? Is that so? I didn't know. You didn't realize yourself? You're truly indifferent to yourself. She sighed, fed up. She's very kind and cherishes me. Or admires me. I lost my memory 11 years ago, but it seems that Hikari-chan was a friend for a long time. Consciousness returned after the accident when Hikari-chan came to visit me. I still remember it well. Waking up in the hospital room, I noticed that my eyes couldn't be seen. There is a dark world. In such a situation, I heard her voice. Thank God, her voice crying to say, so can't forget. By the way, school time is already over. There is no one in the class. Are you going home? No, I will go home. But just a bit today, the sun is felt nearby. Kanata. That remark, you sound like you're going bananas. Really? If so, bananas are a special food. If so, bananas can be... Haha, are you kidding me? That's ridiculous! Hikari-chan and I laughed together. From old days, I'm told by surrounding people that oddball, but honestly I don't know well by myself. However, Hikari-chan is friendly to me. All the other classmates also treat me as an equal friend, so I never really cared. Well then, I'm going to leave from now. Would you like to go home with me? We'll be dark soon. Well, let's go home together. I stand up from the chair and lift the bag I hung beside the desk, and when I was looking for a cane, Hikari-chan handed it to me. Ah, thanks. Hey, Hikari-chan? Huh? What? Tell me. Now, what color is sky doing? It's red. Like a burning, it's dyed red. Yeah, like hell. Hell is truly a beautiful place. You know, if I didn't get hit by the bananas, I'll get hit by what I just said now. Nadatara Mura. This is my hometown, a rural village completely isolated from the hustle and bustle of the urban area. Walk outside can hear the singing voice of birds and insects, and at the same time, a comfortable wind blows. Moreover, in the current season, frogs join there and begin a big chorus. There's no sounds of cars coming and going as far as I can tell. There are no high-rise apartments first. Basically, this village is a countryside, but it's by no means a bad place. Although I have never seen the scenery of Nadatara Mura, it will surely be colored with beautiful mountains and landscape. So she never made it to her hometown, or what did you mean by that? Anyway, will Kanata stay in this village after graduation? Abruptly, Hikari-chan is asking me. She walks next to me and keeps track of my walking speed. Good to know I'm not the only one doing that. On the other hand, I walk on a road that isn't paved based on the feeling of a cane in a toe. I'm blind. Oh yeah, that's right, she's blind. Oh, for some reason I forgot that because she was looking to the sun, so I was like, what? So walking speed is slow, but will not stumble. If you continue to walk the same place for many years as a habit, even one person from home to school will be able to go without problems. Basically, it's a matter of getting used to it. Muscle memory. So as long as I'm in this village, I'm not inconvenient. Yes. It will help my family business next year. My father-in-law seems to want me to stay in this village. With a line of feeling, I answered her. Since my parents died, I named Ryuzen Kanata. Ryuzen Kanata? I don't know. And I was deposited as an adopted child to the Ryuzen family. And for 11 years, I was brought up as a daughter of the Ryuzen family. Time passed, and now I'm 18 years old, a high school 3rd grader. During this year, I'm in a position where I have to choose between going to the college or getting a job. Although, in my case, that choice is equal to nothing. Are you not going to leave from this village? Are you not going to leave this village? Yeah. I think that I can't leave this village forever. I laugh at myself like irony. Yeah, I can't get out of this village. It's unlikely that you can live a satisfying life even if you leave this village. It took quite a while until I got to be able to send a minimum daily life without human assistance. Dress myself, go to school, make a note of the teacher's words in the class. Those were never easy. What an ordinary person can do without problems. It's difficult for me. But I like this village, so there is no dissatisfaction. With a smile, I added such words. I like Nadatara Mura. There's not many things here. However, there's time. Time to flow slowly. It's an irreplaceable time that I have spent. Gentle people, clear air. Hey, it skipped by itself. I didn't, like, my hand was on my nose. Everything wrapped me and brought me up. Whoa. Oh, it's a backlog. We can read what was skipped. Irreplaceable, gentle people, clear air, comfortable wind. Everything wrapped me and brought me up me, who became difficult even for a minimal things as a person. Besides, my parents-in-law who adopted me are very conscientious people. They raised me like a real child and promised that they would make over family businesses even if my eyes could not even see in the future. It's not a bad thing to waste their good faith. I think so. Hikari-chan doesn't return words. I have been friends with her for 10 years. Maybe she's planning to leave the city. Even without asking the words, I can understand what she's doing now. Kanata should get out of here. Why? Kanata should do more various experiences and then should enjoy more life. To stay in such a cramped village for a lifetime? It's the worst life. Hikaru-chan says so. She holds my hands powerfully. At the same time, the staff grasp on my hand fell to the ground. Kanata, let's get out of here with me. I told you she wanted me to leave. I could see it literally says so in her eyes. You could, look into her eyes and see the captions, leave. Because it will make you happy. If I didn't get hit by the bananas and I didn't get hit by the statement about Satan, I'll definitely be hit for this. So always stay with me. Hikari-san, don't worry. The outside world isn't scary. Or rather, I feel that this village is more creepy. Or rather, I feel that this village is more... I thought from long ago. As I thought, this place is strange. The decision of the village, both smartphone and internet are banned? Besides, when you leave the village, you have to book it on the roster each time. That's a ridiculous act in this day and age. Naratara Mura has a bit of strange custom for a long time ago. As she said, possession of mobile phones, smartphones, other personal computers that can be connected to the internet, etc. These prohibited in principle. In addition, when going out of the village, you must offer it to the village office each time. What the hell? That's really weird. I guess it makes... It's like, to make sure people don't go missing? Because you said it's a rural place in the countryside, but still weird. At that time, you will be asked in detail the reasons for going out and the expected date of returning home. Failure to do so, village checkpoints never let us through. Okay, now that's weird, never mind. It seems like it's not really about the people, but more about the village. However, all the villagers voluntarily keep their rules. Its atmosphere peculiar to a small village. If we enter the neighborhood mountain directly from the village, we can leave the village by ignoring the checkpoints. However, the mountains around the village will easily be distressed even by local people if they get out of the familiar road. Moreover, we often encounter wild bears, so there is no one who does such troublesome and dangerous things. Because this custom is to protect the village's safety, although all the villagers are obliged to child like our... To parent like ours in an honest and stiff rule. Or child, I don't know. That's because the village headman is worried about everyone. All the decisions said that to make it easier for villagers to confirm the safety of villagers, from the lessons learned from the great earthquake that occurred in the past, he said so. That's wrong! That's as if he seems to have us confined in this village. Contain, secure, protect. Don't you know what SCP stands for? As if we're the experiment. We seem to be monitored and contained. I can't say it well. It's so gross. Adults here are... I feel like I'm hiding something. I'm scared of this village. I hate this village. She seemed to be afraid she and Adrian, her body close to me, in no time, and lace each other fingers stronger. Wait, no, okay. For a second I thought she actually cares about me in terms of like, oh, you're a really good friend, I want to escape together. But I didn't think it's gonna go this way, even though I implied. Whoops. Goodbye, ads. Kanata, let's get out of this village together. Let's rent our room in a distant town and live together. It doesn't matter if Kanata is blind. I will become Kanata's eyes. Oh, that's so nice to say. But I don't need eyes. I'm blind. I will make Kanata free. So, will you stay by my side forever? She whispers passionately. I feel her sweet breath. The heartbeat of her chest is transmitted to me. She has outbursts of emotion, and it seemed that she couldn't stop herself anymore. Oh jeez, oh my god, it's my first decision. Do I turn down, or do I go? Or do I friend zone? What do I do? I go. I want to be by your side. Me too. I want to be by your side. Truthfully, I'd like to go with you to the outside world. Even if I can't see my eyes. No. Even if I can't see with my eyes. I feel like I can leave with you. Don't worry, Kanata. I will protect you. I will become the eyes of you. I will feed you to the last minute. So don't worry about anything. I want you to stay by my side. Nothing else matters. She hugs me and makes a cheek kissing. Hikari-chan is tender. She has been with me for a long time. If I was in trouble, she helped me at once. From her earlier time than anyone else, it has become on my side. I like Hikari-chan. She is a precious friend. I want to depend on her kindness forever. So, as before. But that is no good. I can't depend on her forever. Her kindness is... It looks like a lake with no bottom. Once I sink to the bottom, I feel like I can't go back. Wow, what a nice analogy. What the hell? That's no good, Hikari-chan. No good. I also want to make an effort for you. Kanata. Also, I need to tell firmly to those who took care of me. I have to say I will leave this village. That's not gonna end well. So wait a little more. I answer. I take my hand off from her, and I touched her cheeks with both hands. Someday I want to see this face someday. Even just once. No matter how long it may take. I would like to see Hikari-chan's face with this eye. What kind of facial expression do you always have? What kind of an eye color do you have? What kind of hair are you doing? What kind of figure are you? I want to know. I will say so and touch her face little by little. Cheeks, lips, nose, ears, eyelids, hair. I can understand what kind of a face and hairstyle it's about, just by touch. But even so, I feel like I don't know that I know her. It's okay. If that is Kanata's wish, I will definitely grant it. Someday I'll cure that eye. I'll cure that eye. She also gently holds my hand, firmly as if to convey feeling to me. But she soon leaves me. At any rate, Kanata isn't fair. After all, I'm kept waiting. Yeah, sorry. Well. Think about it properly. And here you go. When she says so, she will hold me a thin object on my right hand. It's a cane. By the way, I dropped it a little while ago. Thanks, Hikari-chan. Sure. Kanata, I will wait for your answer a little more. So instead, can you do me a favor? Yes, what? When I answer, I hear some sound. Perhaps it seems that Hikari-chan is looking for something from the bag. Hee. What do you think of this is? That said, Hikari-chan made a grasp small and flat objects on my hand grips. This is... I rely on the feeling transmitted from inside my hands and explore the identity of the object. The shape is rectangular. It's big enough to hold with one hand. A bit heavy. The surface is iron? Isn't that like the pyramid from Yu-Gi-Oh? No. No way. Or made of plastic, the material is different on the left and right sides, and one side is an object like glass. Eek! To the sound which suddenly sounded from the object without thinking, I will raise my voice. Is that a phone? Haha, you've got punked! Hikari-chan, what is this? This is a smartphone. Oh, for some reason I thought she said triangle. So I was like, wait a second, smartphones aren't triangles. My bad. Okay, sorry. This is a smartphone. Surprise? I bought it with a secret to anyone. She says so and regains it from my hand. What? By village's rule, we are prohibited from possessing mobile phones. No problem. If you keep quiet, it will not be bald. It was hard work. To make an account, I desperately pursued my parents. But is it really okay if anyone around me? Listen carefully and make sure there are no people in the surrounding. It would be very troublesome if someone knew that she had a mobile phone. School teacher will get angry. At this time before graduation, it will have influence on the school. There is no one. Only us. Kanata, let's take a photo together. A photo? Yes. I will leave a photo of the memories that we high school students shoot with this smartphone. Print photo and then I upload it to SNS. And to be proud of it. My friend is so very cute. Hikari-chan said so and laughed. She wrapped an arm around my shoulders. Come on, laugh and laugh. This is the first picture of me and Kanata. What? Well, is this okay? I smiled reflexively. I heard the shutter sound of the camera in the immediate vicinity. Let's see. Good. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's nice. I could only return such an answer by listening to her words. I wish I could see it. I know the main character is blind, but the thing is I can kind of see the environment and Hikari-chan, so I wish I could see the photo. Anyway, there's no meaning of irony, but I thought I was ashamed that I couldn't see it. Alright, uploading this photo to SNS. It seems that Hikari-chan is trying to manipulate the smartphone and post photos on the net. I quietly see that. Try to stop her? Huh? Hikari-chan, have you said anything now? No, nothing. Anyway. Oh my god, am I the SCP? Oh, that's gonna be really cool. Okay. Hikari-chan is saying with a happy voice. The voice I heard right now is mishearing. There are no signs of people other than Hikari-chan in the vicinity. Although I was wondering, but I could only hear her humming and the sound of the wind. I only started SNS, but I already have a follower. Every time I upload something, some people will come to see my account. So, I'm happy. Hikari is talking to me without concern for my anxiety. It's just my imagination. I thought so. I decided to concentrate on conversation with her. Is that so? After all, Hikari-chan is amazing. To the words of Hikari-chan, who speaks happily, I am happy too. Oh, I remember this picture someday when I and you became adults. And also I remember that if you want to see more of this game, let's shoot for somewhere around 200 likes. I don't know where else to put it, okay? So it's gonna be now. So, thank you for leaving a like on the video. With that, let's get back to doing this video game. Yes. I remember this picture someday when I and you became adults. Again, remember now. When we looked at the picture, we were enjoying these days. I'm sure. No, I have no doubt Kanata's eye will become seen again. So it's a pleasure if you remember the day of today as a memory. Okay. Become an adult. Even if we experience a lot of society's bad things from that time on, we were friends. I want to laugh with each other. I think it's a wonderful thing. Yes, that's right. Even if we become an adult someday. I mean, you are an adult because 18, but doesn't matter. I wish I could have such a conversation here again. When I said that, Hikari-chan laughed. Oh, is this time already? I have to send Kanata away from home sooner. Kanata father-in-law will get angry. Huh? That's right. Let's go home before it gets dark. I gripped the staff and started walking again with Hikari-chan. Anyway, the voice I heard earlier, after all, it was my mishearing. But I couldn't forget that voice by all means. However, because I couldn't confirm it, I tried hard to forget it. Now it's because she's an SCP or she's connected to an SCP of some sort. With Hikari-chan, always with your important friends, laugh together. I wish these days will last forever. I don't want to be an adult. I want to be a child forever. I think so. It is childish. I actually feel like I'm watching an anime. It's cool. What a cute toy you have there. A watch decorated in my room tells me it's 20 o'clock. You mean 8 p.m.? Although the clock itself can't be seen, if I remember the number of time I rang at home, I know most of the time. I changed clothes from uniforms, I sat in the desk chair, and I was preparing for the school tomorrow. Already this time? Dad and Mom are late. I speak out like a soliloquy. I don't know. My parents-in-law said they had hurry in the village office, and as soon as I got home, they went out. But it has already been 3 hours ago. I wasn't told that return will be delayed, and I haven't heard anything today that there's village meetings. Here's the countryside. We're supposed to finish mostly quickly, such as getting to the village office. Nevertheless, they will not return. There wasn't this until now. What's happened? Worried. However, often it's parents who come back to say that they were trying to a small talk at such times. I actually didn't understand what it meant. In this way, it's meaningless that I'm turning on the electricity in the room, looking from the outside to let my parents know that I'm in the room. Let's say a complaint that you were worried when they came home. I think so. I will wait for a while. That moment... Kanata! Where's Kanata? Suddenly, the sound of an entrance opening and the voice of a person echoes in the house. This voice is my mother-in-law. Mom? I'm here. I was called by my mother-in-law and stooped up from the chair, head to the door along the wall. Anyway, it was like a shouting loud voice, but it wasn't like being angry. Hikari-chan's smartphone was found. I get preached. It seems to be different. While thinking about such a thing, I open the door of the room and go out to the corridor. Kanata! Oh God! You're okay? Marilla finds me, grab my shoulders, and be relieved. What? What's happened? Kanata! Hurry! Hurry and escape from this village! ASAP! Huh? Wait, Mom! From this village, why? Get away from this village? Why? Why do I need to escape? Suddenly, what does she say? I can't understand what the mother-in-law is saying. Get confused. Sorry, I have no time to explain. Listen carefully. Definitely, you must not be found by thing. If you disappear from this world, the sleeping apocalypse wakes up. If you abandon the reality of now, the forgotten a space odyssey comes fall down. Already, Project Mercury at last 13 has started. Everything will start moving again. All over the world will be your enemy. Walls of Jericho has braked. Foundation is no longer reliable. We can't protect you anymore. In Get Scared voice, and she says like an apology, Think? Foundation? Sleeping Apocalypse and Forgotten a Space Odyssey? I'm unfamiliar, no. In her words, incomprehensible. I couldn't think of words to hear quickly. Kanata, look for him. He will surely help you. Brought you to this world, Dr. Sayaga. If Dr. Sayaga... It was a person name I've never heard of. But why? Long ago, somewhere. To that name, I feel very nostalgic. Wait, I don't know the meaning. In the first place, what do you mean in this world? Forgive me. No more time. Thing is chasing you. Come on, get away quickly! Wait. If I can't see, then it means like it doesn't matter if I open or close my eyes. If we're talking about that particular SCP, we may be in trouble. It was the moment she grasped my arm and tried to run. I heard a sound that I never heard from before my eyes. No, you heard it in your ears, not your eyes. And liquid splashes towards me. At the next moment, like ripping something, I hear an incredibly flashy sound, and vigorously a warm object come out of the body. Immediately afterwards, something struck the wall at a distance, then falls to the floor. At the same time, I heard the sound of something falls down where my mother-in-law was. The object that fell on me slipped down from the face to the body, slide down to the floor. Huh? What's that? But the object that was supposed to have fallen on the floor still hanging on my shoulder. Maybe it's a long and soft thing. I grabbed the object and tried to verify its identity. It's very long and soft, and it's warm like body temperature. Is it my mother-in-law's hand? Furthermore, it smells like iron in addition to the nauseous stench. Next, wipe the liquid that painted on my face with the other hand. It's not water, but it's too watery for oil, and covering my whole body. Blood smell? I can't keep standing with fear. Sit down at the spot. My knees tremble and I can't move it properly. My brain has stopped working. What's happened? What happened to Mom? 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 Kanata. I heard a familiar voice. The girl's voice. Voice of a close friend. Hi. Hikari-chan? Kanata. I've missed you. She comes walking towards me. I'm blind. That's why I can't see her figure. But the voice is definitely hers. But instinct tells me it's dangerous. Run away. Now Thin is in front of me. It isn't Hikari-chan. Come on, Kanata. Let's become one with us. Did I die? Okay, so good that I saved in the past. Maybe because I took this selfie, I died? I don't know, but I feel like I have. SCP. Secure, Contain, Protect. With words taken from these initials, it's a philosophy of the organization called Foundation. SCIP. Real supernatural phenomenon, super life forms, sorcery, magic. In addition to all the other objects that can't be explained, Foundation call it so. It's an organism, or inorganic matter, or a phenomenon. There is no uniformity, commonality. Foundation secures, contains, and protects SCIPs, or SCPs, I assume, which can't be handled with the power of common sense. Normal people from abnormal object to oblige to defend. Also, in order to elucidate things which can't be elucidated, they continue to encourage studies day and night. They will analyze all objects of the world someday. It may be showing us a new future for mankind. So, if that SCP doesn't end the world faster than that... Dude, what is going on? Chapter 1. Dark Sector. Okay, I guess that was Chapter 0. I guess Chapter 0 was just like an intro to all of this. Japan Mobile Task Force. Oh, we're playing as a soldier. We're playing as Bando. HQ! This is Mental Hawk 765. We'll be arriving soon above Point A. Over. This is HQ. Roger. Mental Hawk 765. Possible to land here immediately. You're carrying him? Of course. Customer is here. Man, this is so anime. This is so anime, man. A pilot of helicopter disguise for the private sector responds in a bad mood and tilts the control stick. I will sit the seat behind that and just wait for the landing. Mountains of darkness that goes on forever and continue flying between the moon, which is felt brighter than usual. 2 hours has passed. At last, it seems this comfortable air travel ends. Where the helicopter carrying me stays in above the place where the light was lit, followed the direction of the guide and slowly landed on the open. Arrived customers. In unfriendly voice, the pilot calls my name. I will not reply to him, having a huge duffel bag, silently open the door of the helicopter. It's not your business. Finally, it seems that the pilot said something. The helicopter rotor sound was so noisy and I couldn't hear it well. Well, probably didn't need to listen. As I got out of the helicopter, there were a lot of armed men there. Everyone has a gun in hand and is guarding. Mobile Task Force, a foundation. Apparently, it seems that soldiers of the size of one company are being introduced. Perhaps it seems to be members of the Japanese branch, but since there are many people who cover their real face, I don't know made clear. However, this tense feeling as if wartime reminiscent reminded me that it was meaningless such as racial question. While feeling a lot of gaze from such frightening members, I head for the Battle Command Center tent. On the way, 2 members of the group who were discussing without noticing me interrupted my way. Move it. When I said that, the 2 soldiers hurriedly paved the way. When I passed by 2 guys... Hey, look at. It's a guy called by Captain. I think the man at the headquarters MTF. I heard it was called Immortal. Captain said that. Huh, it's a funny joke. Immortality is about SCP. The guy is merely lucky bastard. I heard the sarcasm of the 2 soldiers. In any branch, people who came from the headquarters are disliked. I got used to such a sarcasm. But what they say is right. While doing business with Foundation and Immortal is a ridiculous joke, SCP is deadly. Except a few exceptions, those who mostly involve are driven to death. If want to live normally, never get involved. It's an abnormal existence that needs to be kept away from the peaceful world as much as possible. Therefore, those who are not from the beginning to plan to live normally, actively involved. So, for example, like me and them, while thinking about such things I will stop. You haven't even taken the safety on, rookie. I said so, and I started walking again. What? What? You fuck! This is my safety! Headquarters affiliation. You scared and can't hold a gun without safety. A soldier with an assault rifle gets angry and raises a voice, but was moved to another soldier. Never shouted any further. Because I didn't look back, I don't know what he says this. At least, let's pray that let him live as long as possible. And right after I came in front of the headquarters tent, I didn't hesitate, I went inside. Man, this is really weird. It's like setting up a lot of plot points. We have... Actually, I don't know what the hell if Hikari-chan is actually an SCP. And I don't know if Kanata died. And now we're literally being this guy from headquarters. Bando. Like, this is setting for something massive. That's what I think. Is Captain Albert here? I enter the tent and I immediately ask. You can take off the mask now. What? Sorry, it's just too anime for me. Operator girl and drone pilot. But earlier than the reply comes back, the lines of sight of the soldiers who were working at the tent are all directed to me. Their eyes are a surprise to eyes to see strange objects. There is an awkward silence in the tent. This silence is still uncomfortable. Well, when I think so. Everyone, can't welcome him a little more? That man's heart is scratched or scattered. Broke the silence and I heard the man's voice. At the same time, a muscular guy appeared from a side of the tent. Hey, man, are you an SCP? Because you're very buffed. Sorry. It's been a long time, Bando. I'm glad to know you are doing well. Green Giant. Do we call him Kazooie? Please tell me we call him Kazooie, so it's gonna be Bando Kazooie. Oh, it said something Albert. What appeared was a white male in the early 40s. It was Captain Albert who invited me here. He belongs to the MTF Foundation headquarters for many years, an expert on countermeasures against SCPs. Captain. Haha, did you get a little old? You're still kid as usual. Well, come on, I was waiting for you. Captain greeted me with a welcome attitude. The other soldiers who saw it return to their work, silence disappears from within the tent. Captain moved to the table located in the center. I also followed him and put a big baggage on the ground. I was surprised to hear the captain moved from the United States to this far east. Apparently it seems that you are doing well. And the same treatment as the demotion, I thought you were in a bad mood. Don't worry. I traveled all over the world. Although the humid climate of East Asia is unbearable, I wasn't sent to the unexplored jungle or extremely cold South Pole. I'm lucky. And Japanese soldiers are diligent. Besides, they're guts too. Yes, they are. There are guts too. If the leader is excellent, the subordinates will also become excellent. Although the Japanese branch says that there was a serious shortage of human resource, since 3 months ago containment breach accidents, the rookie being trained by captain will have a hard time. After a long time of the reunion, we make sure of our friendship. About 10 years has passed since I became acquainted with Captain Albert. Captain has been active as MTFC and Tactical Response Officer of Foundation for many years, and is a person who has confronted a number of SCPs. Before belonging to the Foundation, he belonged to the US Marine Force Recon and experienced the Iraq War. After that, he moved to CIA's ISA Grey Fox. Continue intelligence activities even after Grey Fox disappears. Next, when it's getting transferred to ISA Task Force Orange. And as a last work, secretly involved in Operation Neptune Spear. After returning to the United States, he was scouted for the Foundation and has a track record of work in several MTF formation at the head office. The career itself is very suspicious, but at least I trust him. We got acquainted before entering the Foundation, and he also scouted me to Foundation a few years ago. However, although there were various at the time, it was 9 who railed on Captain. How is the air in Japan? Captain asked suddenly. Nothing. There is no air. We all suffocate. There isn't any impression. For my dad, it may be home country, but for me, it's a strange land. Above all, Japan is too difficult to learn a language. When I replied, Captain said, right, and he showed a lonely look. What is the lonely look is like? I have half Japanese blood flowing. The other half are Iranian. Wow, what a weird combination. That's why I'm half Japanese, half Iranian. Bando seems to surname of Japan, but I don't know the details. Anyway, I was born and raised in the Middle East. Because my father abandoned home country, therefore I don't feel so much that the Japanese blood is mixed with myself. Well then, called by you, came to Japan from the United States. But as I arrived at the airport, I was suddenly taken away until such a mountainous area. To such pathetic me. What are you letting me do? I got into the subject. It's not a hobby to waste time with the pleasure of reunion forever. Okay, let's talk about the circumstances of the thing. First of all, it's irrelevant to the incident and what you called from the head office. For now, when Captain comes up with a delicate look, he places a breath and starts talking. About 3 hours before the present time, Foundation Japan branch intercepted a mysterious phone call. Apparently, it seems that an ordinary person was seeking help from the police. The place where the telephone was sent is about 5 kilometers south of here, beyond the mountain. It's in the village called Narataramura. Narataramura? It was a village I didn't hear. Although, it probably will be a few people who know this village in the countryside. What's that call comment? Huh. So that's definitely is Kanata's phone. Hikari's phone, not Kanata. I'm saying definitely because she just bought a smartphone and it seems very new, I guess. Call organization number 110. It was a thing that was sent from the smartphone to the police. The voice of the phone is of a woman, and it seems to be a student because it was still relatively young. As long as you listen to a call logs, the girl was shouting the same words repeatedly. Help me! Be killed by the flesh. Apparently, she seems to have been chased by something. My guess is that she has been killed. No, never mind. It doesn't make sense. There's the SCP with the big, you know, the red SCP that kill people, and then he kind of speaks out the last words of the previous victim. But the thing said to Kanata before killing her, there is no way you would say that as last words. So never mind that. It's something else, something mimicking. It was a very imminent voice. The flesh. When I heard the word, I had a very bad feeling. The flesh. If possible, it's a word I don't want to hear much, especially regarding this business. In my words, Captain nods slowly. Foundation Japan branch judged the situation and decided to dispatch MTF. We set a warning line around the village with a barbed wire and an infrared detector and blocked it completely. At least no one has escaped from the village until the present time. Anyway, Bando, how far do you know about SCP-610? I'll actually save here. I want to let you know that I have a Patreon page, and if you would like to support my videos, supporting on Patreon is by far the best way. So there is actually a card above my head. Just click on it and it'll take you to my Patreon page. And I'll really appreciate it if you join us on Patreon and support the channel. So thank you for checking it out. And thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know if you would like to see more. Leave a like. If you would like to see more, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye-bye.